Welcome back to the channel. In this episode, I'm going to talk about tractors, my tractors. I was always a big fan of tractors and agriculture equipment and machinery. And a few years ago, I decided to purchase my first tractor, and it was a Formal Cub. It's an international harvester tractor made in the USA in the year of 1948. When I bought it, it was in a good shape, okay shape, and it could start, it could run. Not very well, but it did. One day when I took it to a little ride with my kid in the village, it got overheated, and apparently the radiator base got deformed because of temperature changes, rapid temperature changes, and therefore all the water leaked out and the engine got overheated, which ended up with us needing to replace the motor head. So we did a lot of work on that tractor. We replaced the motor head, we replaced the gasket, we replaced the valves, and we actually did a very thorough engine maintenance. And since then, the tractor was running much better. It was much stronger, and we could enjoy it for many more years. Most of what I did with this tractor was to join all tractors reunion events, which are happening here in Belgium every summer. And I went to 4 or 6 of them each year. Some of them my kids joined me, some of them my partners joined me, and friends. And those events are very cool because you can see many old tractors and agricultural equipment. And in every event, there's a parade of the tractors. So you go with the tractors around the village where it's been held for about an hour and a half, like this. All the tractors are lined up and driving in the fields, enjoying the good weather. But since this tractor is a little bit too big for my garden, I decided to sell it after all. So I really hope that this little Formal Cub having a good life with his new owner, and definitely I will remember this nice tractor for a long time. Not just because it was my first one, also because it was a very cool tractor. At some point, I wanted to have a garden tractor that I can really use as a tractor here in our garden. So I found a John Deere 318, very old, very rusty, that needs a complete restoration. And I started to work on it. I repaired the engine, I repaired and replaced many parts of it, but not to a full success. So at the moment, it's waiting in the shed outside for the time that I will decide to work on it all over again and try to fix it, because it has a big problem with the steering pump. The steering is hydraulic, and the steering pump is leaking dramatically. And either I need to buy a new part or try to fix it myself, because they couldn't fix it in the garage. I'm pretty sure that one day I'll get back to this tractor and try to get it to run, because basically I want to put the mower on that tractor and used the John Deere 332 as a tractor without the mower. One weekend after I sold the Formal Cub, I took my partner and we went down to France to buy a John Deere 332. We drove about 700 kilometers each direction to get that tractor. It was manufactured in 1988. It looks like new, but it's almost 40 years old. Very, very well maintained. And the reason I want that tractor is the same reason that I bought the 318, is to use the hydraulic system which is built in that tractor for different applications. So one of them is log splitter with a hydraulic piston. Unfortunately, prototype number one was not good enough. The hydraulic piston that I used was really, really weak, didn't have enough power. Another tool that I modified is my workshop table crane. I created a mount point to attach to the front of the tractor with a base where I can install the crane, and then I replaced the manual cylinder that was there to a cylinder that I can control from the tractor itself. The other thing I did, I added an hydraulic piston to a snow blade. Like this, I can control the snow blade from the tractor itself, and I don't need to manually pull it up or down. I also built some kind of a cultivator, if you want to call it, which I made myself in the garage down here, and I installed a small hydraulic piston on it so I can work the soil, which you can see in one of the previous videos. The last tractor that I am going to talk about is the electric one. So I bought a small garden tractor that has no engine in it, and I was hoping to find an engine with a clutch that I could put inside and use with this tractor, because it has good rear part with 3-point attachment, a PTO, and everything about it. But unfortunately, I couldn't find one. So I decided to convert it into an electric tractor. So I separated the rear part. I created myself a new rear end where I put smaller wheels on it and an electric engine, which I found in a marketplace. It's a 24-volt electric motor, and I use that to try to drive the tractor. Since I don't know much about electronics and how to connect all those things, I had to learn it in the hard way, and I burned several electronic control boxes until I got one that survived. That electric motor was apparently not strong enough. I used it before on a different tool, which I thought is too strong for the tool I used it. So I decided, hey, let's put it inside the tractor. But it was not strong enough for the tractor, so I ended up buying two electric motors of an electric wheelchair, and then I attached these to the frame that I built, And now the electric tractor is using these two motors, which are, each one of them is stronger than the original one that I used. And then I put a bucket on it. First it was a small bucket from a wheelbarrow, and then I took a bigger one from another wheelbarrow, but a massive one of 200 liters. So yeah, that's it. That's the stories of my garden tractors. I hope you enjoy the video. Hit the like button, and thank you for watching.